You want to talk about athletes?
Yep.
Would you consider Michael Jordan one of the greatest athletes?
100%.
Easily.
He sucked dick at baseball. So you're telling me one of your considered
That's hand-eye coordination. What? That has nothing to do. Listen, to see the ball and hit the ball, bat speed. Come on, Joba. You're gonna tell me you need more athletic ability to swing at a baseball than shoot a basketball and go to the hole and jam a basketball. Reverse dunk. Come on.
Coordination.
That's technique. That's technique.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
An athlete.
I'm not saying that he's not a great athlete. I just don't think he's a top 5 athlete.
I'm not going to say I'll agree. He's not the greatest athlete. But to not consider baseball players athlete, you're out of your
I didn't say that.
You did say that.
No, I didn't. I said he's a top 10 athlete. A top athlete. Yes, he's a top 10 athlete. But he's not a top 5.
But you said earlier,
top athlete. I look at top athlete as a top 5. Yeah, I don't look at him as a top 5 athlete. I don't.
You're out of your mind.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
How am I out of my mind? Tell me how am I out of my mind?
Well, first of all, you've never done it and seen how.
No, I played baseball. I did play baseball. I didn't play the MLB. I wasn't an MLB player.
Team?
No, I played on the varsity team. No, I played on the varsity team. I was pretty good.
Okay.
I was pretty good, Joba. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me how bad I was, or you could attack me however way you want to attack me. I was a good baseball player. I was.
The fact that you don't consider baseball players as athletes, and you looked at how many
top athletes. That's it.
Have been drafted in multiple sports, and then you see your supposed sport guy, the top athletes, the baseball, non-baseball players, and you think football. How many guys have been drafted in football that didn't play baseball?
Let me ask you a question, Joba. I'm going to ask you a quick question. Now, all these guys that play multiple sports, besides Dave Winfield, okay, did Deion Sanders really play baseball more than he played football? No. Okay, Bo Jackson, did he play baseball more than he played football? No.
Well,
I mean,
I'm just saying, sucks because he got hurt.
That's fine. All right. How about the kid from Arizona? Well, the quarterback, right?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray was a top draft pick. Did he ever play professional baseball?
I mean, there's Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson too. He chose football. Why did he chose football?
Why do you think he chose? Because
I want to know why. Why do you think he chose?
Want to sit on a damn bus in Nowheresville, Iowa, because he could get guaranteed money. Baseball is hard.
I'm not saying that it's not. It's one of the hardest. It is the hardest sport to play because you got to see it and hit it. You got to see, dude.
Elite athletes, it's crazy.
What I'm saying is, here's the problem here, and I don't think you understand what I mean by athlete. When I mean athletic ability, it's just when you watch these guys play basketball and how they play the game and the way they play the game, going to the hole, doing things that we've never seen a human being do, okay? And then we see baseball players. They stand at the plate. They swing at the ball. They got to hit a 100-mile-per-hour fastball. So it's the hardest thing to do. It's no question. But they said, and I've heard coaches tell me this when I was a kid, see the ball, hit the ball. Now, when I played basketball, what did the coach tell me? He told me.
That just shows you your knowledge of baseball.
No, but that's what he told me. That's what he told me. That's what he told me. See the ball, hit the ball. That's what he said. You can't. It takes a lot of practice to stand in a cage and hit a 95-mile-per-hour fastball every single time. It takes a lot of time. It's timing. It's technique. With basketball, it takes technique. It takes timing. But guess what? You need the ability to dribble around bigger, stronger, faster guys. You don't do that in baseball. What are you doing?
Guys not making diving plays.
I didn't say that.
I'm
not saying they don't. Coordination. You just said it. Coordination.
Yeah, but the athletic ability to get to a ball, anticipate, get to there, be athletic enough to get up and make a throw across the diamond. That's not.
I didn't say that wasn't athletic. I just said I don't think it's more athletic than Lamar Jackson running and throwing a ball or running in for a 13, 14-yard touchdown. I think that's more amazing against guys that are 350 pounds that can run a 4.9. That's all I'm saying. It's just different. And I mean, considering what baseball is, I'm not taking shots at baseball players that they're not good athletes. I'm just saying, if you would ask me who the top 5 athletes in the world are, I'm not taking a baseball player. That's all. That's my argument there. I'm just not. That's just my opinion. Now, you have your own opinion. You were a baseball player. You know the game more than I do. There's probably.
I'm not saying he's the best.
I know you're not saying that. I know you're not saying that.
He's in the top 5.
Okay, that's your top 5. All right. And Speedy, would you put Ohtani?
I would put him top 5. Yes.
Okay. How about you, Scoops?
I'm not saying every
put
baseball.
Scoops on.
I wouldn't
would
say
you put him in
every
the top 5
player? No.
Would you put him in the top 5 of all athletes right now in all the sports?
Probably not.
Okay. All right. Fish, how about you? Fish, would you put Ohtani out of all the athletes in all sports? Would you put him in the top 5? Athletes.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course I would.
Okay.
He's a monster.
All right.
The guy.
I didn't ask you. I just asked you a question.
Starting pitcher, flamethrower.
I just asked you a question. You don't have to fill in it.
It's 50 home runs.
Good. All right. That's your opinion. Owen, bring Owen in. I want to hear Owen's opinion. We'll bring Owen. Owen, out of all the athletes in professional sports,
you're going to ask the dude that doesn't want to talk baseball?
I'm just asking. Would you put?
Listen. Yeah, he's a top 5 athlete right now in the world.
Okay, so you got 4 guys, and you got 2 guys that don't believe that, and there's reasons why I look at athletic ability and what they do on their respectable courts, and I would take probably right now 2 basketball players over him. I would take a hockey player. I would take 2 football players over him. I just maybe even 3 football players over him. So I just look at what these guys do on their respectable fields and courts and ice and how talented they are and what they do. So I'm not saying that he's not a talented athlete. I'm not putting him not in the top 10. I'm just saying he's not a top 5 athlete in my book. If you want to attack me on that,
I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Because I've gone to Vegas a couple of times, and I've gone to see the Cirque du Soleil. And the Cirque du Soleil, these guys are crazy-ass acrobats that are shredded beyond belief, doing all these crazy things. I don't want to say that, they're better than any of these superstar athletes, but there's the way to be an athlete in something like that is coordination, it's balance, it's the skills that make you a great baseball player, I would say. At the same time, as a baseball player, you're not going to be able to take the punishment and the physicality unless you're one of the bigger players in the league that you would need to do to play football, right? And you don't have the jumping ability, the vertical, or the natural height and talent usually to play basketball in the league. That's why it's so rare to see someone play more than one sport. We've seen it a few times, ever, right? And those guys we consider the greatest athletes of all times because they could do both. I know I played high school football, and I was I thought I was pretty good at it after a while. I got better at it, and I coached it. But I couldn't do shit in baseball. But I was stronger than everyone on the baseball team. I probably could, in some kind of contest, I'd probably beat almost all of them. You know what I mean? So, it's hard to define athleticism with something like this. I think if you are big and strong and tough, and you can run and you could pitch.
I know.
I bet Ohtani could catch the passes too, man.
I know in your heart you do not believe Ohtani is a top 5 athlete. You could say whatever you want on this show now.
What is
I know you don't believe that.
35?
I know you don't believe it. I know you don't believe it. I know you want to.
6'5",
so what?
35.
So
runs
what?
Super fast.
Okay.
What do you think he runs a 40 in?
I don't know. Why don't you ask him? I don't know. I'm not going to guess it.
Do they do 40-yard dashes?
Do you think I'm going to go sit there and he doesn't even understand English? What am I going to say? I mean, he doesn't understand me. I'd have to go to his.
You could go visit his interpreter in jail.
Yeah, his interpreter in jail, and I'll ask him.
That's where you need to take that out of your mouth right now.
What's that?
Because he does understand you, but they don't want to say the wrong thing and be interpreted the wrong way. He spoke at the damn parade in English. He knows what you're saying. So don't think because they don't always speak in English, because they do.
Okay.
And they understand you.
All right.
Take that out your mouth.